Okay, so today, since I'd spoken about GarageBand yesterday and we were going to put aside the Logic Pro X, we are now going to work on a new song. I'll hold on to that Logic Pro X song, but we're going to start a new song in GarageBand. I think today I'm going to just show you guys how to get in there and kind of check things out and set up. And then we can talk about the composition later, just to see the technical side of things of how that's going to work today on GarageBand. So this is an updated, semi-updated version for the desktop that I have. And if you have the newer computers, the more updated the software will obviously be for GarageBand. So recommendation is to make sure that you have the newer updated versions of the computers or the iPads or the iPhones, and I have links on Amazon affiliates through my website to find like supplies. I have a supply list. I'll just keep writing the supply list set up. I'll put it in the video today, and then you guys can see what I'm talking about. And here. Okay, GarageBand, you see that guitar with the amp over there? So it's uploading some track that I had before. We're going to start a new track. Can you guys see this? I'll bring this. So you go to GarageBand, that section over here. It will say GarageBand. You're going to go to File. You're going to open up New. Now it gives you an empty project. Gives you keyboard, collection, amp, voice. It depends on what you want to do. I would recommend just going into keyboard. Choose. Okay, I'm going to just put keyboard down. Create. Okay, so it's generally the same. It's almost the same as, it's just a very simpler version of Logic Pro X. Not much difference there. Everything is basically set up the same way. You have the loops, you can download tracks, you have, let's see what we have here. There's sounds on here we can eventually get. There are a number of things. This is called a loop. So that little thing, that's the loop thing. So but you can transfer songs that you have on your phone on here. I wouldn't recommend it. I tried to do everything new. Here's the keyboard. So you have to make sure that the sound is connected. And then I could probably do another video on how to set up this entire thing, because there is a process in order for the keyboard to work. So I'm just moving back a little bit, but so you guys can see me. But so there's a process to setting up a home studio. You have to have like an audio input. You need to have cables. You need to have a keyboard that has all sorts of things that can connect into your computer, or yes, the audio interface. I have a couple there. I've used a couple in my lifetime and in the times that I've had like equipment. So I think there's another video to talk about how to set up a studio, get your equipment, put everything together, and then make it work. That's a whole technical side of things. I was trying to stay away from too much of that because I'm more of composition and production. But I suppose the technical side probably needs to be talked about eventually. Okay, so we're going to go on to that. Okay, now that we have this is you can see the volume moves. You know that it's working and everything is functioning accordingly. And then you have like the same thing you have in Logic Pro X. You got your loops. Okay, they're just simpler. They're just not as advanced. They're literally, but you can make them advanced. Okay. So what we are going to do today is I showed you the basics of how to put this together. We're going to talk about perhaps choosing another key signature to use for this new song that we're going to start doing on GarageBand. Let's go back to the scales. Here's D. Should we do a major or minor? I do like the fact that minors... D minor. Let's do D minor. Has a very classical sound to it. Okay, so I think in this case, I think for this song, we're going to try creating a classical song with an orchestral sound to it. Since we had done something a little bit more modern, we're going to go take a step back to classical music, and we're going to compose a classical song in D minor for this piece. I think it's going to take a few ideas and a few concepts, but we're going to bounce some ideas around, and we're going to use GarageBand to create an orchestral classical song. And I will get back to you guys with ideas and concepts in the next video. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, we are going to create a classical orchestral piece for this. So hold on to your seats, folks. We are going to go back into time and figure out how to compose a classical song. And we will talk in the next one, and see you guys there. And once again, like and subscribe.